Some sad, unfortunate, and very tragic news to report at the start. The professional wrestling world mourns the loss of one of the true all-time greats, and Antonio Inoki, who passed away today at the age of 79. Now, words like legend and icon get thrown around a lot, and I mean a lot. But Antonio Inoki, for his work in the ring, his work behind the scenes, his political activism, the influence felt all over the world, the fact that he is a god of Japanese professional wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, would not be what it is today without Antonio Inoki's influence in the ring and behind the scenes. Legend, icon, so many other words can't even begin to come close to encapsulating the career and life of Antonio Inoki. Now, he was very outspoken, and he wanted to do what he felt was right, but just think about the moments that he created in the ring. I mean, the fans were ready to destroy Vader when Vader beat him in the late 80s. That was a big goddamn deal. That's a hell of a moment. And then the work that he did in the WWF for Vince McMahon Sr., Vince McMahon Jr., and just the collision in Korea, that event. All other political stuff that he did, holding political office in Japan. It's impossible to encapsulate what Antonio Inoki meant to professional wrestling and to world events, quite frankly. Big goddamn influence. More influence than most people would be able to have in 10 lifetimes. This man meant a lot. The amount of people that he trained, the amount of people he worked with, the way the fans loved him and love him still. And my heart goes out to Antonio Inoki's family and friends, his peers, and it's impossible to encapsulate the man's career. So all I can say is rest in peace, Antonio Inoki. You will never, ever, ever, ever be forgotten. There is no way that there can be any other Antonio Inoki. Just look at the list of his accomplishments. They speak for themselves. Rest in peace. Now, I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Smackdown from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I'll be honest, outside of one particularly repetitive backstage segment thing, this actually wasn't that bad of an episode of Smackdown. Honestly, Raw, for all its faults, has not been that bad under the Triple H banner. And I'm not talking about Bruce Banner. We're not going to get any sad hitchhiking walk. Smackdown hasn't been great. There have been episodes I've enjoyed a little bit more, but there's a breezy nature about them. And at least they didn't have the matches go way too long. They actually had 5 matches and one that was more of an angle. But nevertheless, Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa show up. And then we cut to a recap of, Sami's getting kicked out of the bloodline. Oh, no. He gets the honorary Uso shirt. And then we go to recaps of Solo staying up for Sami. That's 2 sets of recaps in 3 minutes. And then Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn took on Ricochet and Moss. This was a match. It wasn't bad. It's hard for me to care about Ricochet and Moss, though there was some decent action. This is more about Solo and Sami getting along. And next week it's going to be Logan Paul and Roman facing off. Be still my beating apathy. Sami is hugely over. We get a distraction, and then Solo throws a chair at Ricochet when he tries to dive, and then Ricochet got hit with the chair so goddamn hard, though the lights flickered. That was intentional because the Fiend is coming back. I know some people are excited about that. I'll wait and see, because I wonder if that character was already dry by the time he left. Who knows? We'll see. But they're putting a lot of Easter egg stuff here. And Easter eggs. Gross. So Solo pins Moss. Radcap Ross. Goddamn, Scooby-Doo took over. But he pins Mr. Moss. There we go. So anyway, then apparently Jay got into Canada. That or they shot this somewhere else and imposed it later. I don't know. But anyway, it's like, I see through you, Sami. If you try to break apart my family, I'll end you. Because obviously Sami's being a sniveling little bitch here. But anyway, I know some people are enjoying this. I kind of see it for what it is. I don't think it's bad. I don't know. I'm not that invested in the storyline, but I appreciate what they're trying to do. So then a pre-tape of Cross and Scarlett. I wonder why they're not in Canada. And Cross says he'll leave him to burn. I'm not feeling this Cross Scarlett stuff. Theory is in the back. First he's just talking about failing to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But, Drew didn't win in Cardiff. He's making fun of Drew, and then Drew's right behind him like he didn't notice the 6'5", 250-pound Scottish man behind him. And he says, "You, me, in the ring now." Then they had a match that ended in a DQ when the Alpha Academy, who were at ringside, caused a DQ. Then Gargano and Owens show up, And oh boy, I smell a six-man tag. And lo and behold, main event six-man tag. And then we have the models trying to break the frozen pose record in Canada. This model's gimmick is stupid. LA Knight's what I'm going to start calling him. He's frustrated with this. So, Hit Row, they are making fun of the model's gimmick. I don't think Hit Row, of all people, should be making fun of anyone else's gimmick. QR codes, by the way, did show up during the show showing a pig playing a flute and the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. Oh, could that mean Corbin comes back as the wolf? The lone wolf? Who knows? That enough of this stuff will get revealed at Extreme Rules, apparently. At least, whatever at this point. Here's Shotzi. And Shotzi's talking about what she's going to shove into Bayley. Either her boobs or her boots. I'm good with either. Hit Row took on Los Lotharios. WCW should have won the Monday Night Wars. No one cared. There was a Revel in What You Are sign that was almost encouraged to be held up behind commentary. That's in reference to a piece of art that Bray Wyatt apparently tweeted 3 years ago. I think Hit Row won. They did. Does anybody care? No. So, Michael Cole, by the way, was dancing to Hit Row's theme. That set wrestling back 10 years. Rousey the Raccoon is in an Every Child Matters shirt. Now, I know that is standing up for a charity that actually helps indigenous children, but, Every Child Matters. Miss Sandy Hook Truther is going to talk about every child mattering. That's adorable. I see through you stupid twat. Rousey the Raccoon took on Natalya. Natalya did her best. Look, Rousey's an athlete. Rousey has not been good since his return. It has not been good. It's been terrible. Ankle lock wins it. Natty did her best. Natty can do some good stuff. And then Liv shows up with a bat. Shrieking Shelley Duvall noises. At one point they're brawling and the bat somehow gets dropped and bounces into the ring. Apparently witchcraft. Maybe Bray Wyatt's controlling that. Maybe Liv is really a witch. I would not be surprised. Liv has a spell over somebody in particular. Stop thinking about it, Kier. I know you're thinking about it, so you stop it. Get some help. In all seriousness, that bat thing was pretty cool. I don't know how she did that. So, security shows up. We get more of a fight because Liv's firing up because they're desperately trying to get this match over. And there was so much scissoring going on in the women's match and in the post-aftermath. It was like I was watching that 7-minute scene from Blue is the Warmest Color. You know the one I'm talking about. So Drew and KO and Gargano are backstage. And then Owens leaves and he knocks the models on their posing. And then says to Sammy, you need a new shirt, buddy. And then more model posing. That model posing is the only thing I hate about this show, by the way. Imperium shows up, and by the way, Sheamus and Gunther are going to take on each other next week. And Gunther says that they will obliterate the Brutes. They will obliterate the UK. Oh dear. That's just not good at all. So anyway, now let's move on to Sheamus coming down, and then they brawl, and they keep brawling. And Sheamus stands up for himself, but gets hit with chops. The powerbomb, is that all you got, Gunte? And then he gets beat up some more. Bayley with a pre-tape. Io and Dakota are stuck in Florida. I hope everybody's stuck in Florida. They're all right. And then Antonio Inoki match tribute and graphic. Hopefully they'll do a video package on Raw. Shotzi has her tank back and has Pyro. Bayley and Shotzi had a match that was fine. It was fine. DDT on the apron. Shotzi will come on her opponents from all directions. Giggity. Rose Plant 1, 2, 3. And a ladder gets introduced and Bianca runs down, saves Shotzi, and then there's a bit of a brawl, whatever. Ladder match is going to be interesting. LA Knight is back. Yeah. Entrances for the 6-man tag took 10 minutes. Actually, about 6. Drew, Gargano, and Owens took on Gable, Otis, and Theory. They do stuff, and then Cole told Graves that he is an idiot for not understanding the importance of family. Riddle should know that. And then Claymore on Theory 1, 2, 3. And then Drew straps a young boy. There you go. That's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Charles Retlin. I'll see you soon.